have your knees wide or a little bit closer, whatever's comfortable for you. More stable, knees are closer together, or more spacious, knees wider. Just breathe. We'll turn some music on in a moment. Just starting with the quiet, the tuning into your breath. Just lift your body up partway. Walk your hands and torso to the left. So you get a bigger stretch across the right ribs and underneath the right arm. You might even roll the right side of the lung slightly towards the mat or fan through the right ribs. And then start to come back through center to the other side. Just breathing into the left side now. You can stack the hands, or sometimes I like to bend the right hand and bring the right palm back as I reach through that left a little more. Just kind of be at play. There's no right and no wrong. And then bring it back to the center line. Come up to hands and knees, and on your own, move through some movement here. It could be cow and cat, dropping the belly, lifting the chest in a linear front to back way, or it could be side to side. Maybe you sink and lift between the shoulder blades. Just move in a way that feels like you're listening, right? You're honoring, you're listening to the cells of your body. And then find neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under, press down into the hands, curl in the belly a little, and just hover the knees and shins. So we're just gonna pick the knees up and just hold. And really push into the palms. It's almost like you have a mini cat curl, pulling the belly button in. And also at the same time, softening a little between the shoulders. Just hold and breathe. This is that stability work. Just a couple breaths here. And then set the knees down, untuck the toes, drop the belly, lift the chest. And again, just move through a few rounds of cow and cat, or you can go side to side or circles through the ribs and pelvis. And maybe press the tops of the feet down to lengthen the shins and the ankles. And then we'll do one more round of that hover. So back to neutral, tuck the toes, lift the shins, push into the palms, and then feel that connection from the hands and the feet up into the core and the center of your body. You might feel heat build. Tuck your tailbone slightly, Jamie, and pull the belly in. Yes, like that. And then push into the palms. And pull into the belly and hold for 5, 4. Soften the shoulders just a little. 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. One more final round. Cow. Open up, stretching the abdomen. And cat. More just like that. Or you can move side to side, right? You can move front to back even, leaning forward or leaning back. And then slowly start to make your way into downward dog. Tuck your toes, lift the hips. And maybe you want to widen or broaden the base by taking the feet back and the hands forward, or the feet can be wide towards the edges of the mat. Maybe there's movement. Maybe there's just stillness. Here. Stretch your toes on the mat. Let your feet get a little bit more spacious. There's a foundation here, fingers, hands. We're going to lift your heels, look forward, and tiptoe or hop forward on your mat. Bring your feet towards the backs of your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, and some length. Forward fold, exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise to the top, extended mountain. And then at the top, turn your right palm to face right, circle your wrist with your left hand, and stretch up and over to the left, opening that right side. And then switching sides back through center, left palm turns left, lobster claw the wrist, stretch up and over. into the belly button, connect to the feet. Inhale back to center, both arms reach up, maybe look up if it's comfortable, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as your body needs. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, just a half vinyasa. Forward fold, exhale back. Inhale, rise to the top, press your feet down, reach up. Exhale, fold. 3 half vinyasas, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Slow it down, inhale, rise, root down, reach. Exhale, forward fold. A little bit longer each time. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to the top. Hands can also go through the midline. This time we'll add on. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And step it all the way back, high plank. And then bring your knees down for this first one. We're gonna take knees, chest and chin, so the hips stay lifted and the chest and chin lower. So you're like an inchworm, and then you slide out onto the belly. Point the toes, lift up to low cobra. Hands can stay flat, or you can even float them. Elbows draw in just a little. And then lower down, your forehead might touch. Tuck your toes under, and press down, and go straight up to plank. And then back to downward facing dog. And if you need to use your knees, you can. And then breathe here. We'll take a couple breaths here in downward dog. It can also be child's pose. Good. Stay for one more breath in. Breathe out. And then look forward and bring your feet to your hands. Empty breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Press the feet down, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. We're going to do knees, chest, and chin one more time. Knees, chest, and chin. Slide onto the belly. Beautiful. Cobra, stay low, elbows in. And then lower down, forehead touches, tuck your toes under. Press straight up, plank. Awesome, downward facing dog. Good, inhale. Exhale. More just like that, breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, empty, look forward, bring your feet forward to your hands. A walk or a hop, halfway lift or float. Exhale, fold, squeeze your air out. Inhale, rise, press down, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back or hop back, chaturanga, high plank to low plank, or knees, chest, and chin. Upward dog or cobra, so you can take it a little higher, up dog, and then downward facing dog. Good. Squeezing the pit of the belly in towards the spine, but not compromising the rest. Connecting from the hands and the feet right up into the center line. One more breath in. Breathe out. Look forward, bend your knees, walk or float to the front, lift halfway, find that flat back, long spine. Forward fold, exhale back. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then take the arms, sweep them behind your back. So we'll interlace the hands. Knuckles go down, chest lifts up, bend the knees, and fold in. Just get a pause right here. You can shake your head, no or yes. With the hands interlaced, you're going to lift to a flat back. So let the knuckles pull you back. Lift and lengthen the chest. And then hands to the mat. Step or hop back. High plank to low plank. Beautiful. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And then right leg's gonna go to the sky. Just stretch it up and back. And step it forward to a low lunge. You'll bring the back knee down and the top of the foot to the mat. And then sweep your arms up. And if you need to pad the knee, you're welcome to. And then just hook your thumbs, spread the fingers, lift the heart. And then from here, bringing the hands down to frame the front foot, pull the hips back, half splits. You can flex the right foot or keep the toes pointed. Breathe into the whole back side of the body here. Then point your toes, rock it forward. Tuck the back toes under and lift the back leg up. I know I'm in the dark over here, you guys. And then plant the left hand and twist to the right arm up to the sky. Good. From here, you're gonna have to listen carefully. It's Skandasana, skater pose on the left. So your hands come down to the inside of the right foot. You walk all the way around to the left side and bend into the left knee. So right toes move towards the sky. Right leg is in an external rotation. So Peggy, left knee bends, right leg straight. Go to the other side, I think. Left knee bends. Good, perfect, that's perfect. And then turn to plank, yes, great. And then back to center, straighten both legs, turn your feet to parallel, halfway lift. And then bow forward, your hands can slide back, palms to the floor, anywhere you want, crown of the head towards the mat. Good, and then lift to a flat back. Hands to the hips, rise up. Now left toes turn left. Warrior two, bend into the left knee. Open the arms parallel to the mat. Adjust your stance, maybe get a little wider, a little narrower. Flip the left palm to the sky, reverse your warrior. Lean to the right, left arm goes up, opening that left side. Little turn of the belly button towards the left, just a tiny turn. Good, and then hands all the way to the mat. I know we're facing the back of the mat. Step back, high plank. Beautiful low plank or knees to the floor. Upward facing or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg again, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Same thing, back knee down, point the toes, sweep the arms up. Hook your thumbs, spread the fingers, lift the chest, but draw the shoulder blades together and down onto the back. Good, hands to the mat, half splits. Pull the hips back, straighten the right leg. So half splits, baby switch legs. Good, I know. We're doing all on one right side, twice on the right, then we'll move to the other. So in your half splits, inhale, lengthen like a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over that leg so you can get a little closer. Good, and then rock it forward to a low crescent. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. Plant the left hand, twist right. So right arm opens to the right, revolving through the rib cage. Pull the ribs and belly slightly in. And then Skandasana, hands to the left of the right foot. Walk it all the way around to the left foot. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, and turn your toes towards the ceiling, Shaman. Good. Your hands can be at the floor for support or at the heart. That inner thigh opening on that right side. And then back to center, feet to parallel. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Just bow in. Do this around the world floors. I'm going to try to get us out of our regular way of looking or you know, the view we always have. We move in the circular way. Good, lift to a flat back, hands to the hips, come all the way up. And then left toes to the left, bend in warrior two, open the arms. Flip the left palm up, reverse your warrior, lean right. Really about lifting up. You can lean a little right, but really lift and lengthen the rib cage up off the pelvis. Good job. And then hands come down to the mat. Step it back. High plank, low plank, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Good. Just breathe. Maybe pedal it out or move the hips side to side. Take one more breath in. So breathe out, look forward, bend your knees, walk or lightly hop to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain. And then swim the arms behind you and clasp your hands with the opposite thumb on top. The non-habitual way. You can figure it out, nice technique. And then fold forward. It's okay to bend the knees as you bow in. Inhale, with the hands clasped, lift halfway, pull the chest wall forward, and then release the hands to the mat. Step or hop back, high plank, low plank. Nice, Brandy. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, like you're in slow motion. Exhale, curl it and step it forward. Low lunge, back knee drops down. Point the back toes, reach the arms up. Hook the thumbs, lift the heart. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, tailbone lengthening, belly button draws in. And then hands come down to frame the front foot, half splits. Pull the hips back, straighten that front leg. We'll pull the toes up towards the ceiling, lengthen, halfway lift. This is for you, Carla. Exhale and fold. Good job. Good, and then come forward to your low lunge. Tuck the back toes and lift the back leg. Plant the right hand, revolve to the left. And lift up away from that right hand just a little, nice Maria. Good, and then hands come down and you're gonna walk it around to the right and turn the right toes diagonal right, bend the right knee. Left toes to the sky, it's called skater pose. Working on keeping that right heel down if possible, so it's getting that Achilles and some hip or ankle mobility, the inner thigh. Yes, and then back to center, straighten both legs, feet to parallel, halfway lift, and fold arms of your choice. You might want them in front like a down dog arm. You might want them behind you, reaching the crown a little farther down, or hands can be right underneath. Or I love the interlace or to the ankle, so many choices. Good, and then lift to a flat back, bring your hands to your hips, come up to stand. Right toes turn right, warrior two, open the arms and bend the right knee. You can adjust the feet, good. Flip the right palm up, reverse your warrior or peaceful warrior, left hand to left leg, and it might be on the thigh or the outer knee or the shin. There's no right, no wrong, just be where you are. And then windmill the hands down or cartwheel them to the mat, step back. High plank, low plank, or your version, upward facing dog or cobra, shoulders pressed straight back, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, like you're in slow motion. Reach it up and back, and step it forward by curling it. Set the back knee down, low lunge. Point the back toes, reach up. Hook your thumbs, lift the heart. Really nice. And then hands back to the mat, half splits. Pull the hips back, flex the front foot. Yeah, good, I like seeing the heel come forward a little bit if you like. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over that leg. Maybe it's starting to open and getting a little easier, who knows? And then rock forward, so crescent twist, low lunge, tuck the back toes, plant the right hand, revolve left. Good, and then hands to the inside of the left foot, walk it around to the right, skater, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes to face the ceiling. Flex the foot, build into the inner thigh. Maybe hands at the heart. Good, Jamie, I see some tight little ankles around here today. And then back to center, feet to parallel. Halfway lift and fold. That wide leg forward fold at the center. Reach the crown of the head straight down. Perfect, Brooke. Hips go up and slightly forward. Heels stamp down. Lift to a flat back. Hands to hips. Rise up. Warrior two, right side. Right toes turn forward. Bend the right knee. Left leg stays straight. Arms parallel. And then flip the left palm up. Reverse. Good. And then bring the hands back to the mat. And your version, high plank, low plank, upward facing or cobra, downward facing dog. Good, and breathe. We're gonna take a little interim of some functional core stuff, and then we'll come back to the round the world. So come forward to a high plank. And then lower all the way onto your belly. And then you're gonna come up onto your forearms. So interlace your hands and press the forearms down, tuck the toes under, and lift up to forearm plank. Okay, now this one's kind of fun. So from here, you're gonna bring the right knee towards the right shoulder or outer arm. The right knee comes forward, and then foot back. You're gonna lower down and roll to the left. And then roll back and come back up. And you can take your time and stay on the right side. Right knee comes in, goes back, you lower, and you roll to the left. And you roll back, and you come to the forearms, and you press it up. Right knee comes to the right arm, goes back, lower, and roll to the left. And roll back, and forearm plank, you lift up, and then draw the right knee in, right foot back, lower, and roll. Keep it going, and roll back, and lift up. Right knee in. And just a couple more on this right side. No need to get up off the floor, right? Good job. Last 10 seconds on this side. Thanks, Donna. Good. And then when you're after the 10 seconds, you're going to come back to center, to forearm plank, lower the pelvis, unclasp the hands, and just lengthen out. So Sphinx pose. Lengthen out the front of the body. Couple breaths. Just what you didn't know you needed today, right? Dream told me. Okay, lower down for a moment. You're going to make a pillow out of the backs of the hands. Rest, maybe bend the knees, and windshield wipe the legs side to side. Bring it back to center. Release the feet. So we have one more whole side. Come back onto the forearms. Interlace the hands. So you press down, tuck the toes, and lift up. And then left knee will go in, back, lower, and roll to the right. Onto your back, roll back, and lift up. Left knee in, back, roll. And if it's too much to roll, you can just stay in the forearm plank and just bring your knees in one at a time, or take your time and rest as you need. Good, keep it going. To feel a little heat, feel maybe a little connection to that center line from the arms and the legs. Nice, you guys. If you're not rolling, be where you are, be in your body, in your experience. Last 10 seconds on this side. Using your breath and focus to stay present for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sphinx pose, just stretch it out for a moment, and maybe in Sphinx even turning the palms up, so externally rotating the shoulders. Relax the head or move it side to side. Good drop. And then lower down, make a pillow out of the arms, bend the knees, maybe windshield right side to side, or open and close. I love that one. Straight from Elizabeth. Beautiful. And release the feet to the floor, bring your hands under your shoulders, and press back to child's pose for just a moment in time. Hips to heels. Soften, like connect back into that beginning, that place of like arrival and getting yourself here. And then downward facing dog. We're going to do one more round of that around the world with some slight variations. Take a breath in, breathe out. Look forward, bring your feet forward to the backs of your hands. Halfway lift, you inhale and lengthen. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Chair pose, sit low, reach high. You thought you were getting away with no chairs today. Take a breath in here. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Or vinyasa, step back or hop back, high plank to low, or maybe knees, chest, and chin. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stretch the right leg up and back. And step your right foot forward. High crescent lunge. Keep the back heel lifted as the arms come up. Good, and then hands to the heart will revolve to the right. Connect to that back leg, hands jump. Good, and then you're going to open windmill up and around and right into skater or skandasana on the left. So go to the left side, bend the left knee, right leg stays straight. And your hands might be at the floor. Good, Brooke, you got it. That's it. So left knee bent. So turn to face, yep. Left knee bent, other knee, and right leg straight. Gorgeous. I know, this is a right brain, left brain class for sure. Good, and then from here, we're gonna come up to center, feet to parallel, halfway lift, forward fold. Good, and then lift to a flat back, hands to hips, rise up. Left toes turn left, warrior 2 again, bend into that left knee. And then reverse, left palm to the sky, lean to the right. And then side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right arm overhead or to the ceiling, maybe left fingers to the floor. And then bring your right hand to the floor, and you're going to have a choice. You either lift the right heel and twist to the left, or side plank. Step the left foot back and stack it on the right. Facing the left side of the room. Right hand is your base. Good job. Good, or stay in a twist. You got it. Got it. And then high plank to low, your version. Upward dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Same one. Stay on that same side. Step the right foot forward. High crescent, left heel lifted. Arms sweep up. Hands to the heart. Revolve right. If you'd like to open the arms, you're welcome to open the arms. Good, and then Skandasana on the left. So you come up and around, open the arms, bend into the left knee. Right leg stays straight. Right toes to the sky. Good job. And then back to center, wide leg forward fold, feet to parallel or little pigeon toe, halfway lift. And bow in, arms of your choice. Halfway lift, hands to hips, come up to stand. Left toes turn left, pivot that left foot, warrior two. Reverse, left palm to the sky, lean right. And then side angle, left forearm to thigh or fingers to the floor. Right arm can be up or at a diagonal overhead. And then right hand down, either lift the right heel and open left, or bring that left leg back to step on the right, or somewhere around there, or behind. It can go behind for wild thing, or to the sky. Left foot can be to the sky or to the hand. And then high plank, low plank, or knees, chest and chin, cobra or upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. The bottom of the 3rd breath, empty, look forward, bend the knees, walk or float to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, find length. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Sit low, reach high, chair pose. Good, breathe in, lift the chest, but sit the hips lower. And then forward fold, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank or straight to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg to the sky. Breathe in as you stretch it back. Breathe out as you step forward. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart, revolve left. If you'd like to open the arms, you can stretch the arms open. And then rise up to Skandasana, that skater. Right knee bends, left leg stays long as you sink in. You don't have to go super deep. You can stay up pretty high if it's better on your body. Good job. And then back to center, feet to parallel. Wide leg forward fold. We've been here a lot, so maybe you can go a little deeper. You start to feel the difference. Your body gets warm. And lift to a flat back, hands to hips. Rise up. Right toes turn right. Warrior two. Open the arms. Adjust the feet to whatever stance or distance feels right in your body. Lift the right palm up, lean left, reverse your warrior. Also called peaceful warrior. Feel the peacefulness, moving from the center out. And side angle, bring the right forearm to thigh or fingers to the floor. And left arm can extend by your ear or go to the sky. Pressing the hips towards the wall you're looking towards or facing, and the chest towards the wall behind you. And then left hand comes down for side plank or twist. You can lift the back heel and twist to the right, or bring that right leg back and stack it on the left. Left hand is the base. Maybe the right leg lifts or floats or steps behind. And look down, high plank, low plank, Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Good. Left leg to the sky again. Reach it up and back. Exhale, step it forward. Crescent lunge, high, lift, and reach for the ceiling. Hands to the heart, revolve left. Go ahead and open the arms or chin at your heart. Nice. And then that skater pose, you go all the way up and around, unwind the arms, bend the right knee, and sit the hips towards the right heel. Left leg straight, toes to the ceiling, maybe. And then back to center, feet to parallel, wide leg forward fold. Maybe the feet go wider or narrower. Maybe, just maybe, there's a headstand here. We'll stay here long enough if you want to come upside down. You might be able to. This will be our last time passing through this pose. Find the floor, press into the floor to feel the rebounding effect up the body. If your feet are up, start to bring them down. And lift to a flat back, hands to hips, come up to stand. And then right toes turn forward, warrior two. And reverse. Moving to the left. Extended side angle, forearm to thigh or hand to the floor. Bring the left hand down, either lift the back heel, revolve right, or bring the right leg back to stack on top of the left. Side plank. Lift the hips a little higher, open the heart. And then high to low plank. Upward facing or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, pause. Move the hips side to side or pedal the legs out. Slowing down the breath. And then walk your feet to your hands. We're going to come into squat. Bring your toes out, heels in slightly, and drop the hips between the heels. Mamasana squat. How did that feel moving around? It's called the mandala practice around the world. My brother leaves today. He's been in town from Singapore, so I was thinking, he's been flying around the world. Around the world practice for him. Even though he's not here, he's on his way. All right, so you can stay here, or you can take a crow pose if you like, or you can take some leapfrogs if you're up for it, or just hang out here. You've been sitting on a block, might be nice. Or if you feel up for crow, you bring your hips to the sky, knees to the upper arms, weight into the fingertips, and then pick up your feet, maybe one, maybe both. Kind of tapping in again to that center line and core, that heat, connections from the hands to the core and the feet. Good job. And then vinyasa your way. Nice job. And high plank to low. It's Brandy upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good, and then take your right leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip, and maybe flip your dog or maybe stay. So the flip, you pivot on that left foot till both feet touch, lift the hips and heart. Good, and then flip back over three-legged dog again. Right leg stays up. Beautiful. And then bring the right knee forward as if you're coming into a half pigeon. So right knee comes forward towards the right wrist. But we aren't going to come into half pigeon. We're going to sit and turn the left toes to the sky. So we'll face that left side of the room. Good. And then the right knee might come in a little bit. So it's like a wide V, but the right knee bends. Great. And then we're going to lean to the left. So you might bring the left arm to the left leg as the right arm goes up and over, maybe elbow to the floor inside the left leg, maybe a block. The right hand can be behind the head for support or draping over the head, or maybe holding your foot, who knows. Sometimes I like to wrap the right arm behind my back instead, and then get that release for the shoulder blade area and neck. Be here for a few breaths. You're going to keep turning your heart towards the wall that you're facing. Stack the right lung on the left, rolling the left lung underneath you. Now listen carefully. We're going to fold forward now over the left leg. So you're just going to turn the body towards the floor. And I sometimes have to adjust my right knee in a little. I don't like it out so far. And you can reach your right hand maybe to the outside of the left foot as you roll the left or right lung now towards the left leg. You can hold the foot with both hands or one hand. Make any adjustments that you need. Feel the lengthening of the whole back side of your body. And then you're going to come up slowly, and you're going to bring that right knee back to face, to point forward, and the left leg's going over the right for a cow face. So I'm going to turn this way. So the right knee points right towards the middle of the mat, and the left leg just goes over the top. Great. And then if you can, you might need to wiggle around, keep the sitting bones rooted. Great. And then we're going to take a little lean to the left. So the left hand walks left, and the right arm goes up and over again. You can drape your hand over the head, just let it rest, or hold the head. Maybe walk the left hand out a little and bend the elbow towards the floor. Good. Beautiful. Take the hand a little farther. Yes. And lean into it. And then from here, you'll slowly press yourself up and then move forward. So you can keep your hands in front as you go forward, or if you want to include the archer arms, it'll be the right arm goes up, elbow bends, left arm goes behind the back to find the fingers, and then leaning forward. But you don't have to include the arms. You can just stay with the lower body. Breathing into the outer hips, wherever the sensation is like prevalent. Just kind of, I tend to be more I like to witness the sensation rather than try to fix it or change it or understand it. And just sort of notice and go, oh, it's interesting, right? And having that witness space to hold space for yourself, to see and feel, and be with, without having to change anything. There's nothing wrong here, nothing to fix. All right, slowly and gently, you're going to come up, and then unwind the legs, bring the feet to the floor, find the center of your mat, and then reach around to hold the backs of the thighs. So boat pose is where we're moving. And then rock back till you feel your core. You might stay here. You might pick one leg up at a time, bringing the shins parallel to the floor. Maybe arms come forward. Maybe straightening the legs. Choose. I always like to see if I can get my toes to touch my wrists. That's a fun challenge, working those really deep core muscles. Sometimes farther than you think. Good, and then make your way back to down dog. However you want to get there, you can cross your ankles and move through a vinyasa. Step or hop back. Or skip it, go straight to down dog. And then it's left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, stay or flip. You can pivot on the right foot till the left foot touches. Press both feet down, lift the hips and heart, or stay in that three-legged dog. Thanks everyone. Gracefully flip back over. That left hand down, left leg to the sky, and then bring it forward like you're coming into pigeon. So that knee at a diagonal. And then sit and face the opposite side of the room, right toes up. Kind of like that Skandasana we've been doing. You can adjust your ankle in closer if you want, then lean right. And then left arm up and over, so block is helpful. If you want to block under your elbow, rest your head in your right fist. You can wrap the left arm behind your back. I know I give a lot of suggestions, but really just listening to your body here. This is sort of like that lateral plane where we've been working a bit in that reverse warrior or side angle or Skandasana, all of that side body. Working around our body from all degrees, all angles. And from here, we'll just start to turn it towards the right leg. So I like to bring my left leg in a little bit. It's up to you. It can stay out wide also, and you fold over the right leg now. So if you can, it's left hand to the outside of the right foot, maybe right hands to the inside of the right foot, so the wrists cross and you bend your elbows, throwing your forehead towards the knee, or any other variation. Keep imagining that you're laying your spine on top of your right thigh. Slowly and gently walk it up. And bring that left knee back to point to the front of your mat. And the right leg goes around and on top for cow face. And you're trying to get your heels approximately on one line and knees stacked. So whatever wiggle you need to do to get there or play with it. And then the right hand will go to the right. It's in line with the sitting bone but out. And then left arm up and over. You can bend the right elbow. It might touch the floor, might not. And I tend to push the floor to the right a little to sink the left sitting bone down more. And maybe the hand comes behind the head for support. But take the elbow more towards the ceiling to open up that left side. And press your way back up. And you go forward now, and maybe it's left arm up, bend the elbow, right arm behind the back for archer arms, clasping if you can, and then leaning in. And if you don't want to include the upper body, you can bring your hands down and just melt over the legs. And then slowly press yourself up. Unwind your legs. Bring your feet flat to the floor for reverse table. So your hands come behind you, fingers forward, and you might just press the shoulders back, stay here. Or you lift the hips up and let the head drop back, opening the throat, the front of the shoulders, the hips. And slowly lower the pelvis. Press yourself up, straighten the legs. So fish is the next pose. So you're going to come down onto the forearms, or you can use a block for this, for sure, between the shoulder blades. So onto the forearms, and then lift the chest, and then let the head drop back. Slow, legs active. Like a string from the sternum lifts you up to the ceiling. And then from here, just ease yourself down flat onto the mat on your back. Good. And then draw the right knee up in towards your chest. Give a gentle squeeze and a little rock. And hold the right knee in your left hand as you take a supine twist. Crossing the right leg to the left, extend the right arm to the right. Try to relax the muscles around the neck and throat, jaw, and face. Even soften the belly right here. Come back through center, we'll switch to the other side. Extend the right leg long, draw the left leg in. Give it a squeeze. And hold it in your right hand. You might scoop the hips to the left an inch or two. Extend the left arm out, looking whichever direction feels good. Breathe. Close your eyes. Gently make your way back onto your back, scooting your body to the middle of the mat. Bring your feet together, knees apart, reclining butterfly. You can place a hand on your heart and one on your belly or somewhere on your body that feels comfortable. And then stretch your legs out, coming into Shavasana. Arms can come by your side, palms up or palms down. Arms can stay resting on your body, but just letting your body relax as much as feels possible. A lot of the yoga practice, we're sort of hugging the muscles to the bones, and here you really want the muscles to feel like they're relaxing away from your bones. Your bones can just float on the waves of your breath. Do just be. Today's reading from the book, Journey to the Heart for July 11th, Clear the Path to Your Heart. I watched Old Faithful from my window. The geyser gurgled and spewed a low layer of steam. Then, true to its name, Old Faithful erupted and sprayed thousands of gallons of steaming water into the air, right on time. A full range of gurgling emotions, reactions, and responses to Lifeline, the pathway to the heart. We need to feel them all. Anger, hurt, sadness, irritations, in order to feel joy. To experience life and all its wonders, we must embrace all these feelings. We need to experience the little angers as well as the big hurts, the painful wounds that life sometimes brings. To insist that we will only feel pleasant emotions means we're blocking the pathway to the heart. We're ignoring all the other gurgling emotions that need to be felt. All our emotions are important. All need to be recognized. The energy of each needs to be acknowledged and released. This clears the way for love. All the emotions that precede love clear the heart so it's pure and free to feel joy. Trust your emotions, all of them. You're not off the path. They lead to the path you're seeking. They are the journey to the heart. Let them flow freely, and sure as Old Faithful, your heart will come gleaming, shining through. Then begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and just feel back into your body. Yoga clears pathways in your body, your mind, and your heart. Stretch or move if that feels necessary. Then you'll bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side. And from there, just find your way up to a seated position. You can close your eyes. Keep your attention just here, one final moment. And touch your hands together, bring them in front of your heart. And my hope with this practice today is that you're willing to see things from new views, you move in new ways, you love yourself through all of it. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. Have an amazing day. Thank you all. And thank you guys at home. So good to be with you. You okay now? That tickle always happens in Shavasana, always. You're like, oh no.
You got me sweating today, girl.
All right.
Good workout.
Good. Thank you.
Next time.
Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
You too, Brooke.